Hey guys, just a disclaimer before you watch this. I did film this video like 6 months ago, so this is quite old in terms of me in life, but just wanted to pop in to say we have read the book. So when I mention that I haven't, and literally today the trailer, the teaser just dropped for this movie. So this has been read, tears have been cried. Happy Hunger Games.
Hi legends, welcome back. Today we're gonna be watching one of my favorite movies. I think it was my favorite movie that came out last year, and that is The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I did read the book, so I had all the knowledge of President Snow in my brain when I went to see this movie. We'll talk about it when we watch the movie. I absolutely love this movie. I think Rachel is amazing in this movie. I'm a Rachel supporter forever and ever. You cannot make me hate that girly. Literally on my Instagram it says I'm a Hunger Games stan account. Yes, I've been a fan of this franchise since I was 12 or 11 when the first one came out, and it's been like a whole decade, and I'm just so happy that there's more content coming and that we're getting another movie and book. Anyway, let's get into this. It's a long movie. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be here. I don't know if you guys actually understand how much I love The Hunger Games. Maybe you do. I'm sure there's many of you out there that do, but like, this is my shit. Slay, literally. Part 1, The Mentor, yes. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so alive. You know what? I watched this in cinemas, I think 4 or 5 times. Like, I did go back again and again and again. On first watch, I wasn't like that taken aback by, is his name Tom? Because everyone was like, oh, he's so hot. But then I went again and again and again, and I saw the vision. I saw what you guys were on about.
Pledge our love to you.
Beautiful, Grandmam. Perhaps a little sharp today.
What a prick. Was that even necessary? What a prick. Also, Hunter, yes, we love Hunter in this household. I love the way Suzanne Collins, though, wrote in so many things that were significant in this book to the original series that we'd seen that made sense for President Snow's timeline and character growth or decline. He's doing his hot girl morning walk. Let's go, Snow. God, yeah, that is a man. Like, look at him. Is President Snow bad? Why did they make him so hot?
Clemmy?
I was so mad that they did not show Clemmy turning like into the snake reptile thing that we saw in the book. I thought that would have looked so effective if we saw that on screen to show how intense Dr. Ghoul was. Not that didn't get translated onto screen. However, I thought it would have been really cool to see that.
Hungry?
Cook served steak for breakfast.
Such a liar. You're a peasant, Manzi. With a capital P, peasant.
So Janus, you made it to the reaping for once.
And you made it to graduation.
Festus, we're both shocked.
Oh, I loved Sejanus so much.
One here actually likes him, but they do love his money. You know what that's like, don't you, Arachne?
He was coming for everyone's ass in this. I love a little sassy girly. I think though the casting of this movie and the actors in it were all so incredible. Not one moment was I taken out of it for a second.
Your entire future rests on this last project. Oh, and I must tell you that anyone caught cheating?
I love the way he says cheating. It just scratches my brain.
Boy goes to Livia Cardew.
And for anyone who doesn't know, Livia in the books, this woman here was the one that President Snow ends up with. Poor girlie, because she seems so sweet. I don't know how she gets messed up there. Maybe because President Snow's kind of cunty, you know? Especially with this hair.
You got the pick of the litter.
Okay.
I'm a part of that later.
4.
Don't remind me, Sejanus. Don't remind me.
Runt Girl, District 12.
She
belongs
to
to
Coriolanus Snow.
Ah! Lucy Gray Baird.
Lucy Gray Baird.
Yes, Rachel. That's her sister there. You didn't realise that is her sister. Oh my god. But yes, Rachel. She was so perfect as Lucy Gray. I cannot express that enough. She really brought the character to life for me from the book, and it just translated so well.
Can't take my best, can't and take my history.
Well, the first time I saw this did take me out for a second. I was like, oh, we're going Glee. Yes, Rachel, come on. Vocals. Yes. I love the way she sings. It's so emotive. It's so convincing. Like that lip tremble. Look at that acting. It's so subtle, but so effective.
Take my will.
Capital says keep rolling. They knew what a star was. They said a star is born right here, right now. Her vocals, I actually can't. It just all hits too good. Just know that this soundtrack is still on repeat in this household. You can kiss my ass! He was so happy that she's there. He was like, for me? Oh my god.
I'll get her to sing again.
I wouldn't sing a note for you if I was her. I wouldn't do anything at all.
The
Unless I
icon
could
you
trust
are.
you.
She was so right for that. She was like, why would she sing for you, dumbass? Let's also note, I love the distinction between how the tributes were treated during the 10th annual Hunger Games compared to the one we see now. Like, these are just like carriages. They're not even made for humans. It's like animal travel kind of thing. I mean, literally, we have the bat in there. No 5-star service. They're just literally thrown in a crater, a container. And I love it. I love to see how the Hunger Games evolved because of a certain someone.
Tastes like bedtime.
Okay, can someone explain to me that line? I didn't really get that line.
Good luck with that, gorgeous.
She wasn't wrong for that, was she? Gorgeous. Because I see the vision. Thing is, it's not even his hair, because when they shave his head, he still has that aura. And I feel a bit delulu because he's a nasty ass character in this. But then Tom Blythe, I've got your back, bestie. We Brits gotta stick together.
What's the matter, pretty boy? You in the wrong cage?
No. This cage is delightful.
And again, pretty boy. They all knew it was true.
Besides, he's my mentor. I might need him. How come you get a mender?
Mentor.
Mender. I as well loved. I'm gonna sing so much praise for this movie. I loved how it was a proper movie. It felt like a real movie because they put humor into it, but it wasn't how, let's be real now, how Marvel is handling humor at the minute. Marvel is putting humor and jokes right in your face. They're not allowing it to feel real, like in the real world. This, it's such subtle humor that you would see in day-to-day life. Like just then, her mispronouncing mentor and saying, why does she get a mender? Or like when he was like, oh no, this cage is perfectly fine. It's that kind of simple stuff that I think is really effective in comedy. And a lot of movies are forgetting that.
Well, that's something you don't see every day. They're holding hands.
And then parallel that to Catching Fire, when they're holding hands, and they're all holding hands in solidarity. I love real cinema.
And this is my tribute. Lucy Gray Baird from District 12.
Hi there.
Hi there. I love her accent.
Oh, and who might you be?
Oh, you don't know who I am? Don't laugh. Not everyone has televisions out in the districts.
This is what they mentioned in the books. I mean, I guess he does make a quick quip here about it, but in the books they do make it abundantly clear, like when President Snow does eventually end up in the districts, that out there they didn't really have any service for TV, and therefore they weren't watching the games, and therefore like the only people watching the games were those like in the capital, and it was just kind of pointless. And again, it just shows how stupid they were and how they didn't think this through. And it was just interesting to see that and be like, oh yeah, out in the districts they didn't have the service or signal to watch the games. They had no idea what was going on in there. If your loved one went off, you wouldn't know unless they came back whether they were alive or dead.
I thought, well, if Lucy Gray is brave enough to be here, then why shouldn't I be too?
For the record, I didn't have a choice.
Literally. It's like she was forced against her will.
You make it look as if we're one and the same as those animals.
Coriolanus didn't show those people anything they didn't already know.
Yes, Sejanus, like,
That
shut
the
up.
tributes are human beings.
You can't make me hate Sejanus. If you do, you're a red flag of a person. I'm so sorry.
Or 10 years ago doesn't justify starving people's children, taking away their freedoms, their rights.
No fair.
And the way this holds so true today is absolutely insane to me, that so many people could be fans of the Hunger Games and not realize that Suzanne Collins is making real world parallels and she's making commentary on the real world status and what's happening right now. And that speech feels really like it resonates with what's going on now in Palestine. And I just think it's insane that people can love these movies, see the message of, like, you know, especially the first ones of Katniss defeating or starting the rebellion to go against the capital, and people still don't support Palestinians. I don't know. It's insane. I don't understand.
What are the Hunger Games for?
They're to punish the district.
And then she asked them again at the end. Cinema!
First place.
You have a problem with my games?
Some of those kids were 2 years old when the
Yes,
war ended.
Janus, say
the
your
oldest
piece.
of them were only 8.
In my viewings of this movie, it was so lovely to see Sejanus with like a level head speaking out against the games, because no one was as outspoken as he was about it.
He was my classmate back in 2.
It's not your fault he's here.
Yeah, I know. I'm so blameless, I'm choking on it. But being capital's gonna kill me.
So do something about it.
Did they have to do that? Did they have to put that foreshadowing there? The pain.
You know, one time during the war, I ate a whole jar of paste just to stop the pain in my stomach.
How was it?
Pasty.
Pasty.
See, it's so charming the way this dialogue was written, because it's so real. It's so grounded in the way people talk to each other, and it doesn't feel unbelievable.
I've got all the time in the world.
Oh, God. Bruh, people in the cinema who hadn't read the book were so shook at this moment. I remember my friends, they were like, I was like, yes! But it just really kickstarted how brutal this world was. Because it like shoved reality back into our faces. Like, sure, we had Snow and Lucy having like a nice conversation that kind of took you out of the Hunger Games world for a second. And then you get hit with that. Like, no, this is not time for a rom-com. Lives are at stake.
She's not a rebel, Grandmam. She's just a girl.
Trust me, that
one
one
hasn't
hasn't
been a girl in a long time. Like, shut up, Grandma. Shut up. Go crawl in your hole, please.
She will use you. You must use her.
The irony, she will use you, and she was forced into this position. This wasn't her choice.
Let me read you what.
Ooh, bruh. Sorry. I knew that was coming. But he had me jumping out my seat in the cinema. Everyone was like, ooh. It's kind of goofy, because like, for what? But I love Reaper. Reaper is my mansy. That's my girly pop.
My mother, she used to smell like roses.
Okay, we get it. You have mummy issues.
She died in childbirth.
You really want to take care of me in that arena, Coriolanus?
Start by thinking I could actually win. She snatched his wig with that line. She said, have some faith in me. Oh, Lucy Gray. She has my heart forever. And maybe an unpopular opinion, but I don't want to know what happened to her. And we'll get them when we get there. But I don't want them to give me an actual answer. I love the mystery of it.
Please, Miss Dovecote, retrieve it for us, won't you? So we might all consider your inspired ideas.
I get being scared of Dr. Ghoul, but I just fess up right here, right now.
Or if they've inhaled the sweat of your palm on a page, they'll leave you alone.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. Again, love this movie. Did you know I love this movie? But it is a proper movie. They're telling you this now because it's important, and not just because they need to fill some lines in some of the movies. I'm seeing way too many movies these days not follow through with information they're telling us in the beginning, and then realizing, oh, that was useless. Like, I'm so fed up with that. This is not useless. This pays off later. And Hunger Games, whoever the writers are, let's put their names up. If I find the writers' names, I'll put them up right here, right now. Thank you for being logical and writing a real story. I wonder if she was quick about it. Would she have had more chance of not being bitten if she just snatched it out?
I want my enemies to see a rainbow of destruction engulfing the world.
She said she wants to see a rainbow of destruction. Could we argue that that rainbow of destruction is not actually what Dr. Ghoul thinks, and it's actually Lucy Gray? In the best way possible. Because we know she's like kind of represented in the colours of the rainbow. And she is the destruction of their world, because she goes on to haunt President Snow for the rest of his life. And that song, The Hanging Tree, follows him for life. Could there be a double meaning there that the rainbow of destruction is actually Lucy Gray? I would love I like that interpretation, actually. I'm not mad about that idea. Look at my mind go.
Will she die? The pleasure in breaking ground in one's research is one gets to find out.
But yeah, I wish they showed that Clemmy had the reaction to that snake bite of turning into a snake herself, basically, and getting like the reptilian skin. And I think eyes and everything, because that was a really haunting part of the book for me. This was them trying to recreate that moment in Catching Fire when the screen expands. But, won't lie, doesn't hit anywhere as near the same. I appreciate them trying to do that, but leave it to Catching Fire. Catching Fire is so iconic. Oh, we should watch that together one day. Ooh, that's like top 3 movie of my life.
Lamina.
No, just you. Just you.
Oh, poor Lamina. What's she gonna do? Cry? Probably. Oh, I've never felt so seen. I don't think she has a single word in the movie.
Coriolanus, please don't let me die in here tomorrow.
Oh, God, sorry. Like, I know these things are coming. It's just when you hear it in the headphones, it's so loud. Oh, that is nasty. But honest to God, I wish that impaled him. Would have put everyone out of a life of misery under his reign. Sadly, if Lucy Gray just didn't go back for him, maybe he'd have had some worse injuries. Death? One can hope. Oh, Lucy, you were too good for this world. Sorry, Lucy Gray. Should have let him die.
Lucy Gray.
That's right. I know that's your first thought when you wake up. Gonna give you some book knowledge here. Even in the book, I do recommend reading the book, even if you've seen the movie, just because you get so much more of a look into President Snow's psyche and the way he goes about thinking of Lucy Gray, and how it's more possessive than it is in any ways loving. I think he confuses the two quite a bit. And yes, in the movie, it seems a lot more like he's actually quite caring towards her and he might have feelings for her. And I think he is conflicted about that even in the book. But in this moment right now, him asking about Lucy Gray, sure, 5% might be he cares about her, but I think 95% is honestly the fact that he needs that plinth prize and he knows he really wants it. But yeah, I really do recommend reading the book. I read the book about a year and a bit ago, or longer than that now. It might have been back in 2023 when it first came out. I'm not sure. No, I think I read it last year. Sorry, I did read it last year. But yeah, no, if you haven't read it, go read it. It's going to give you so much more of a look into President Snow's mind and how irritating he is. And that's putting it lightly. My Manzi cannot read a room to save his life, and he always thinks everyone is out to get him. Never seen so many trust issues in one person.
I wrote this song about a boy back in 12, and I hope he hears it.
Okay, pausing again. Book insight here. This moment in the books, Snow was semi-pissed off that Lucy Gray had experience with other men and would dare sing about someone other than him. Because it doesn't really completely come across in the movie that he's a little bit peed off at this. But in the book, I'm pretty sure he goes on about it for a hot second about how, who's this boy? Why would she sing about someone else? She doesn't actually really care about me. And it's like, my Manzi, please. You don't own her. Okay, she can sing whatever she wants to sing. She can talk about whoever she wants to talk about. Like, shut up. Oh, her voice is so beautiful. Rachel, you'll always be famous. Oh, it's so haunting.
How wonderful is this night that we all get to be here for someone's final performance.
I love the way Rachel acts there, because I think he did that on the spot. She wasn't expecting him to say her final performance, and then that take back she did. Oh, girly can act. Do we spot a little cheater amongst us? Do we? I think we do. Rachel looked so stunning in this lighting, in this scene. Mwah. So beautiful this lighting was, even on both of them.
Is this real?
Real or not real?
We're gonna win this together.
We, he goes on about, making it about him. Part 2, the prize is Lucy Gray because she's such an icon. However, his we, shut up. It's like when men say, we're pregnant. You're not doing anything, sir. Same as President Snow here. You're not doing anything. It's her. She's winning. I get it, he'll get the plinth prize, but the way he said it was as if he would be in the arena with her, but he's not going to experience a single second of, well, but still, like, give her credit. If she survives, it's because of her.
Over here, please.
That picture, no, because it comes back. Oh. Yes, Lamina crying it up again. I know, that's right.
The monsters! All of you!
So Janus was the only one keeping it real. It was so interesting though, because everyone that I went into this movie with, because there was a rotation, because again I saw it quite a few times, no one knew if Lucy was going to survive, like Lucy Gray. No one was sure if she was. I think they thought that President Snow's origin story was going to be that he lost the girl. I'm so glad Suzanne Collins did not make it that clean and cut and that obvious. But yeah, because everyone was kind of surprised when they did see that Lucy Gray survived this. He was so lost. Like, he was just crawling around. Manzi. Oh no, I hate this bit. It's so brutal. Ooh. Even he's like, oh.
Children watching, that was violent, horrific, and disgusting.
The irony when you have children in the arena.
These record high temperatures aren't doing that fire that continues to burn out here in District 9 any favors.
This is showing how desensitized the Capitol was to the Hunger Games already. The fact that they were so easily switching back and forth between the weather and the Hunger Games.
This ensures that your package goes directly to your tribute. Isn't that right, Pop Harrington?
Yeah.
He was so unbothered.
Enjoy the show.
I forgot about that. Screaming, shaking, crying, shiver me timbers, because they know you're there. They know someone's entered.
You need to go, Koryu. I'd like to. I really would. But I promise to get you out. Why? Because you're my friend.
This is where I hope audiences noticed how manipulative Snow really is. Because he's acting like he did this out of the kindness of his heart to go and get his friend out of the games. But it's like, you were called upon to do this. You didn't really have a choice.
Please, trust me.
I hate that because he does, and Snow is the last person you need to trust because he's only out for himself. Oh! Ah! Oh my, that... I don't want to hurt you. It continues to hurt. That is called a choice. And that showed Snow's character, because he could have just done one whack and bolted it for the doors, but he did like 3 or 4, causing death, and that was very telling. That was definitely one of those pivotal moments in his character arc and growth.
See how quickly civilization disappears?
Those tributes don't have a choice.
I was talking about you.
Yeah, Manzi, you had a choice.
I killed one of the tributes.
It must have been awful.
It was, and it felt powerful.
God dang it, Snow. That's the thing he takes from that. Like, that's the lesson he learnt from that. Oh, God.
I know you want to be like your father. Was that in his eyes?
All I saw was hate.
It was just hate.
Because I love at the end when he asks Tigress, how do I look? And she says, you look just like your father. That simple exchange that was set up here at the beginning, it paid off so well. It spoke 1,000 words in one sentence. Mwah.
Wakey, wakey, my captain.
Wakey, wakey.
Lucy Gray.
You stay right there.
She really was the main character though. The way they were all so wanting to get her ass, and they even had a little group come after her. They knew she was the it girl.
You can't attack the tributes.
I'm just sending water.
That's one of my favourite parts of the movie, and I hate it's Snow's part, but Tom Blythe as well. You will get your stars. Like, I love your acting. You were so perfect as President Snow. The way he says it's just water, Because he's not wrong. He is just sending water. That's not against the rules. But he's sneaky. It's so funny that even though I'd read the book, I was so nervous that she was going to get caught right here and then, emptying the bottles by the group, or that the cameras were going to catch her. No. Oh. That's got to be so painful. Probably what the first day of your period feels like. Oh, God, her fingers. Realistically, if you got your fingers caught, would that not basically slice them open or almost cut them off? Because that was a metal door.
It's Wovie. The little one for me. The little one for me.
Something about that line delivery really gets me.
The little one for me.
Also, if I was in the arena and I saw a bottle of water, Lucy Gray would have eliminated me in seconds. I'm such a sucker for water. I literally have... Where is it? Oh, it's right here. I have my jug of water. I have my bottle of water. And I have a cup of water. All just for right now.
It's ill. Tuberculosis on legs.
Tuberculosis on legs. Oh, that's bad.
Hey, wake up.
Giving Rachel more flowers. The fact that this scene of her reacting to Dill dying and Reaper's reaction is just with her eyes. Rachel's really giving it go. Rachel's really going to be a really top tier actress. She already is, but she's gonna... I really believe in her. Because some of the most powerful and convincing acting is done through the eyes, and not all actors have really mastered the ability to act through their eyes. Rachel lives and breathes her characters. Reaper's such a legend. I love Reaper. I really wished that Reaper got more screen time. Yes! Make them shocked!
He just tore down the flag.
Oh no, he took down the flag! Ooh. This is so powerful, this whole sequence with Reaper.
Are you going to punish me now?
The disrespect is potent.
Capital C. I will not allow my games to give our enemy such a victory.
The irony in that sentence about out there in the districts they'll be celebrating this young boy's death as a triumph. What are they doing in the arena to all of the district's kids? What would they call that?
Even if it means there's to be no victor in these games.
Miss Gully was mad. She was ready to set the world on fire. Talking about those breadcrumbs from earlier, when they told us about the snakes being used to a scent and they won't attack you. The payoff here. Oh, I don't think my knees would survive that impact. I'm not old, but I'm fragile. That's a shot I love. Rip Reaper. Reaper will forever live in our hearts.
It's not that. It's not. I can't have killed them all for nothing.
I know a lot of people see this girlie as a villain. And sure, she might be annoying in the movie, but she really isn't a villain. She was just put in a really unfortunate circumstance.
Now, all colors
lead to grey. He thought, I'm so smart.
She's won, let her out. Afraid that's not your call to make.
Bro, remember when we could only listen to this version of Lucy Gray singing this song? The old There Before with the movie dialogue in it still? I still streamed the shit out of that though.
Right here in the old days before.
Oh, the way Rachel sings this as well, with all that fear and anxiety in her voice.
I'll bring the news.
I get chills every time I see this scene. And it's all props to Rachel. This is my national anthem.
When nothing is left.
Yes, stare down that camera, girlie.
When I've learned how to love. Nothing is left anymore.
Because you could just see the absolute rage coursing through her body at this moment. If anything Nothing's unbelievable to me in this movie. It's the kids caring about getting Lucy Gray out.
She's won! Lucy Gray! Coriolanus Snow is the winner of the 10th annual Hunger Games!
I hate that. The winner of the Hunger Games, Coriolanus Snow. I'm sorry. Was he in that arena day in, day out, fighting for his life? I think not. Ooh. Ah. Bit embarrassing.
Finally. The
Sound of snow. Falling. He popped off with that, and he had so much delight in saying that. If only it were true, though. Sadly, this movie is kind of the rise of President Snow and him becoming who he finally becomes. No, not them taking his beautiful hair, but this shaved head Snow? Tom Blythe. He could pull off both.
You volunteered for this.
I figure I get through basic and then maybe become a medic.
Sorry, pause again. Whilst my little Sejanus is smiling like a cute little man he is. President Snow in the book hated the district with a passion. He was so disgusted about living in these peasant quarters. He was genuinely thinking about ending it all because in his eyes, if he was in the district, there was no life worth living. Just to give you some perspective of what he was thinking in the book and what he was obviously thinking in the movie, it's just they didn't spell it out for you and there wasn't really enough time to completely explore all of his thoughts and you couldn't hear his internal monologue.
You know, when you came in, I was weighing the merits of suicide.
Oh, okay, he does mention the elimination. Okay, they did mention that. I like that.
We're both gonna do great.
Oh, we're both gonna do great.
Okay.
Boise, you don't get the chance.
That one's the only Lizzy Gray.
Brother started ovulating right then, right there.
Can't take my pass.
And the way this was live, because Miss Rachel posted this on her Instagram, the behind the scenes. I mean, you could hear it's live as well, but her vocals are just unmatched. She's not playing. I love as well how this song is so great because it's so reflective of how the Capitol couldn't take away who she was. And again, anything they could take, exactly as she's saying, wasn't worth keeping. Oh, their little smiles. Don't make me feel for them. Don't make me ship them.
Would you play with them again, Billy Toke?
Oh, he shoved her right in the boobies. I'd be mad. Yeah! Get me a man ready to throw hands. I'm joking. Men like this scare me.
Ugh, who'd have thought I'd have to save you?
Oh, they had a moment there that was like true friendship.
No stranger would it be.
I want no disrespect to on Lucy Gray's. People out here like, I prefer the Jennifer Lawrence version. No one cares. We love both versions. I wish I could celebrate this kiss. I wish I could be shouting from the rooftops. But I can't. I can't. And I remember when all of you out there gave this movie hate because our first look of the movie was them wearing this dress and him wearing this plain white t-shirt. I never doubted this movie for a second.
I brought you something. It was my mother's.
Mummy issues. So Disney princess coded in that short.
Some people call it swamp potato. I think Katniss has a much nicer ring, don't you?
Oh, the way his head turns at that. And he doesn't even know yet. Katniss is going to come back to haunt him. I love that so much. Suzanne Collins, the genius you are.
Tigers?
See how bad their signal was out here? There was no way they were watching the Hunger Games in District 12. And I kind of wish they made more of a point of that when they were out in District 12 here.
They're going up north to start a new life far away from Pan Am.
I hate that Sejanus put his trust in Snow.
Are you out of your mind? They're all rebels. I can't.
You nasty little snitch. He's such a little bitch. This is why you so musty, dusty, crusty, and old. This is why you die alone.
Your father will just buy your way out of it like he always does, while I'll be hung just for knowing you.
Ironically, it's the other way around. Sejanus's father basically buys Snow, and Sejanus gets hung because of Snow. Oh, how the tables turned and against our favour. It was not in our odds. Wait, what? You nasty little bitch. This song hits so hard. I could break it down to the club to this song. The way as well right now, Snow wasn't that fussed about this song, but then look at his face change when she mentions Snow, his name. Oh, he's like, it's about me. The self-centered little shit.
Yraola, the hanging tree.
Bruh, more blood on his hands. Again, a choice. It's so messy.
I just learned Hoff is sending me to tube for officer training, but none of that matters now.
Just learned.
It's all. Meet me at the hanging tree. First light.
This was definitely a turning point for Lucy Gray, though. I think this definitely started putting the breadcrumbs for the lack of trust that she had in Snow at that specific moment, and even the lighting showed it, like the contrast between the two of them. Because some people were like, oh, it happened so drastically that she turns against Snow and notices he's off. But I think it was there all along. You could see it in her acting. No. Oh, not my mad Sejanus. I hate this.
Play the recording!
The leader, Spruce.
And the fact is, in Sejanus' last moments, he realizes that Snow betrayed him. See, that photo came back to haunt us. Because it has been a year or so since I read the book, I can't remember if he was actually crying for Sejanus, and part of me wants to say he maybe 5% was, but I think another part wasn't even really for Sejanus. I'd like to look back actually at what his internal thoughts were in this moment.
Sure will be nice not to have to kill anyone else up north, though, huh?
3's enough for me.
3? Oh, snitching on yourself. That's embarrassing.
Can you help me get this
There
out?
was Bobbin in the arena in Mayfair, and who's the third?
Myself.
My old self.
Oh. It's such bullshit.
No more loose ends.
Besides me.
You wouldn't tell anyone?
Oh.
Of course not.
The way the tone shifts here so drastically, and it becomes like hunter and prey. I was right there, because I swear in the book, she does not spell it out for you like that she's the loose end. I think he thinks it himself. You know, here it is. Once the gun was gone, there'd be nothing to connect him to the murders. Absolutely nothing. No, wait. There would be one thing. Lucy Gray. So it was him. It wasn't, because I was like, yeah, she left at this point in the book. She wasn't in the cabin anymore. But he realised he did have one loose end, and it was Lucy Gray.
Just gonna go dig up some catnip.
Dig up some catnip?
There's a good patch down by the lake.
It's still raining.
Well, I'm not made of sugar.
Well, I'm not made of sugar.
Hey, has something happened? Because if something's happened, we can talk about it. Are you hiding from me?
I would. You've got a scary man in the woods chasing after you. And he's so scary because he switches up on her so quickly. He doesn't even think that could be coincidence that a snake attacked him. The snake was indeed not poisonous. In the book, again, he does get checked out, and they inform him there was no poison in the snake, so his delusion that Lucy Gray had done something to betray him was only in his head, because it was not a venomous snake. It was just a snake bite. He was not going to die from it. And in the book, he literally starts screaming, shaking, throwing up because of this bite that he convinces himself is venomous. It's not. He's just Delulu. Lucy Gray! I said, are you trying to kill me? Yeah, cry about it, you mummy-issued man. Fact that he had no basis that she even attacked him, and there was no basis anyway to shoot her, and yet he did. A choice was made. When he took the earring there, it really reminded me of when they warn you that, well, when they tell you that serial killers take some of their victims' items. Oh god, this movie is too good, it really is. Shut up! He hated those mockingjays with a passion. And I love that he could not get rid of them to save his life. Terrorize more men.
You sent your only friend to the noose.
It's embarrassing. You had one friend, and you got them eliminated.
What are the Hunger Games for?
And we need the Hunger Games every year.
You don't know.
To remind us all who we truly are.
The worst person in this room is the two of them. Those in the districts, they're normal people. You've made them this way. And also, you're just the nasty, musty, dusty, crusty farts.
Welcome home, Mr. Snow.
I'm mad though. This is the one thing I complained about this movie as the book reader, was the fact that they don't bloody mention that Dr. Ghoul took all of this year's Hunger Games tapes and completely erased them from existence, so no one would ever know that Lucy Gray won or existed. Like, there is no history of the 10th annual Hunger Games, and I feel like that was such an important moment to highlight, but they didn't. They just ignored it. And to me, that was the part of the book where my jaw dropped, and I thought, the disrespect. They're letting you forget Lucy Gray. They're making her not even exist in history, even though she went through all of that and won. And then they don't even mention it in the movie. I'll read it for you. She says, "It's a blessing this year, given that I've had to erase the whole mess." He goes on to say, "You erased it," and then she replies, "Every last copy gone, never to be aired again." And they didn't think that was important to mention in the movie. I know if they mentioned that in the movie, so many people would have been mad, even more mad at the Capitol and Dr. Ghoul for what they do. That's the most theatre sip I've ever seen someone take.
What do you think?
Here we go.
You look just like your father, Coriolanus.
Oh, 1,000 words. 1,000 words.
But I think they would prefer justice. Best friend.
Tom Blythe is such an amazing actor. The way he transforms so closely now to the Snow we know here in the end.
My contacts inform me that she's disappeared. It's a mystery, and mysteries have a way of driving people mad.
Yes, because my girlie haunts Snow for the rest of his life.
Snow lands on top.
Again, another full circle thing. I love this movie so much. Did you know that? Could you tell? Snow was a literal serial killer. There's no way around it. What's his kill count in this movie? 5? No, it's 4. We're at 4. 5 if you believe Lucy Gray is eliminated. And look at them bringing back this tune, this bop from Mockingjay Part 1. Is it in Part 2 as well? And I love how the rainbow is there in front of the statue, because Lucy Gray will haunt you for the rest of your life, sir.
It's the things we love most
I forgot they used his voice at the
that
end.
destroy us.
You know, when a movie feels like a movie, it's The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That is the end of us watching that movie. That was a long movie, but it did not feel like it. I would love a 4-hour cut. If they want to release a longer version, I'll take it. Don't be shy. I've talked so much. You've heard all my thoughts on the movie. You know I'm a big Hunger Games fan. I live, love, laugh The Hunger Games. I will be seated when the book comes out. I'll read it the second it's out, and I cannot wait for the movie to drop in 2026. It continues my will to live. Thank you, Suzanne Collins. Anywho, that's enough from me. I will leave it there. Feel free to check out one of these videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, legends.